Today, we're going to talk about graphing quadratics from factored form, or it might also be called intercept form. The reason being these factors, these two things in the brackets, are immediately going to tell us our x-intercepts, which are also called roots, which are also called zeros. So essentially, we want to be able to just look at this equation, this function, and graph it. However, because we're on Khan Academy, I can only move this point here, the vertex, and this point here. So I can't just put anything where I want. The whole graph like moves based on what I do here. So that's going to affect the way I move the points, but it doesn't really affect the overall method. Let's write them way over here on the left. So step one, I will find the roots, aka the x-intercepts or the zeros. Step two, I will find the axis of symmetry. This is that mirror line that runs right down the middle of the graph. Like the way the graph looks right now, it would go right down this line. And then step three, I will find the vertex. And just by knowing these, I'll be able to graph the whole thing. So let's start with the first step. Find the roots. I find the roots by setting the whole equation equal to 0. So I have 5/9 times x plus 9 times x plus 3 equals 0. And if something multiplies to be 0, like if two different things multiplied together to be 0, one of them was 0 in the first place. The only time the answer for multiplying is 0 is if one of the things you put in was 0. So either 5/9 equals 0, but like it clearly doesn't. 5/9 is 5/9. So then maybe x plus 9 is 0 or x plus 3 is 0. So if x plus 9 is equal to 0, the equation is going to be 0. If x plus 3 is 0, then the expression on the left-hand side will also be 0. So I solve this, I subtract 9 on both sides. Here I subtract 3 on both sides. This means my x-intercepts are at -9 and -3. Okay, great. For the moment, I'm going to wait to move my graph. I'm going to do more by hand. So now I'm on to step 2. Find the axis of symmetry. This is in the middle. The axis of symmetry is like in the middle, running down the middle of my graph. So I just need to find the middle of -9 and -3. I do that by adding them together and then dividing by 2. Okay, so I know my axis of symmetry. Ooh, by accident, my graph is already in the right place. That is my axis of symmetry. It runs right down the middle. So the issue still is that I don't know enough about my graph. Say I move this, so I can't do anything with the vertex to make it be a 0. That's not what's happening. I have to move this other one. So the other one, I can bring it down. And as long as my vertex is on this axis of symmetry, my 2 zeros are in the right place. If I move this over, my zeros are not okay anymore. But the issue is like, I don't know where it should be. Like I know the x coordinate is -6, but what should the y coordinate be? And that brings me to step number 3. I will plug in the x coordinate of the vertex. I know the x coordinate is -6. I will put -6 into my function and find out what is the y value that goes with it. So f of -6 equals 5/9 times -6 plus 9 times -6 plus 3. You can, of course, use a calculator at this point. I don't have one with me, so I will just do this by hand. And I'll get -5. This means my vertex is at the point -6, -5. The x coordinate is -6. The y coordinate is -5. So I got to bring this down like this. So I have in purple, I have my 2 different zeros. In pink, I have my axis of symmetry. And in orange, I have my vertex where the x coordinate, so like right here, my x coordinate is -6 and my y coordinate is -5. Let's look at another example. So I still have my steps written over here on the left. And now I have a new equation. This time they've decided to call it y, but f of x and y, they're the same thing. It's basically like 2 different names for the same idea. So find the roots. That means I will set this whole equation equal to 0. No matter what form or what function it is, I will always find the x-intercepts by setting the equation equal to 0. That's always how it will work. So like I know -1/4 is not equal to 0 because like it's -1/4. That's a number. X minus 2 equals 0 or x plus 6 equals 0. So if I add 2 on both sides here, I'll get x is 2. If I subtract 6 on both sides here, I'll get -6. This means my x-intercepts are here at -2. If I still have a leftover. Sorry. I don't know, I just said that word. So this means my x-intercepts are here at 2 and over here at -6. I'm going to wait to move my dots until I know a little bit more. And by dots, I mean points, like this point and this point that are part of the Khan Academy graph. So now step 2, find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is the middle of my parabola, which means I will find the middle by adding together the two x-intercepts and dividing by 2. -2 plus -6 will be -4 over 2, -2. So like right down here is my axis of symmetry. The equation for this line is x equals -2, which means the x coordinate of my vertex is -2. So y equals -1/4. -2 minus 2 times -2 plus 6. I don't have a calculator available, so I'll do it by hand, but you could just put this in a calculator if you wanted to. So -4, -2 plus 6, that's 4. So the negatives will cancel, these 4s will cancel, and I'll end up with 4. So my vertex is at -2. 4. The x coordinate is -2, and the y coordinate is 4. So -2, 4. This right here is my vertex. And now I move the Khan Academy thing to match. So again, my x-intercepts in purple are 2 and -6. So I'll move this guy over to 2. I can only pick one. I can't do anything about the other one yet, so I just leave it. I don't care. And then I need to put my vertex. This point right here, Khan Academy decided this point is the vertex. So I put the vertex where it should go, and it works to make the other x-intercept correct. Looking at another example, it's just the same. Find the roots. Find the x-intercepts. So I set this equal to 0. 4 isn't 0, but x plus 6 could be 0, and x plus 4 could be 0. Subtracting 6 on both sides, I would get -6, and subtracting 4 on both sides, I would get -4. So my x-intercepts are -6 and -4. My next step is to find the axis of symmetry, which is in the middle of the two zeros. So -6 plus -4 divided by 2 is -10 over 2, which is -5. So I have here, so we're going to put here at -5. We usually do an axis of, whoa, that was way off, an axis of symmetry as a dotted line. So the equation of this line is x equals -5. And now I need to find the vertex, but I know that the x coordinate of the vertex is -5. Like, let's move the points. I know this x-intercept needs to be here. And this vertex, I don't know where it needs to be up and down, but I do know it needs to be on this line in order for my two x-intercepts to work out. So the x coordinate of the vertex is definitely -5. So what happens when I put -5 into this function? I'll have 4 times 1 times -1, which is -4. So my vertex is down here. Vertex is -5, -4. If I drag my vertex from Khan Academy down, it'll go here. And here is our last question repeated of this. So first step, find the roots. Zeros, x-intercepts, all the same thing. So -1/3, x plus 2, x plus 8 equals 0. So -1/3, that's not 0. I know that for sure. So either x plus 2 is 0 or x plus 8 is 0. Either of those will give us a solution. Subtracting 2 on both sides, subtracting 8 on both sides. So my x-intercepts are at -2 and -8. Like, this can go here. Now let's find the axis of symmetry, which is in the middle of the two x-intercepts. So I will have -2 plus -8 divided by 2. It's -10 over 2, it's -5. So my axis of symmetry, right in the middle, And obviously you don't have to do the equation if it's obvious from you, like if you could just look at the graph and see that the middle is -5. So I know now that the vertex, that's my other dot, is somewhere on this line, but I don't yet know where on the line it goes. So lastly, I get the vertex, which means the x-coordinate of the vertex is definitely -5. So I can put -5 into my function. G of -5 is -1/3 times -5 plus 2 times -5 plus 8. That's -1/3 times -3 times +3. The negatives cancel, the 3's cancel, and I end up with 3. So my vertex is at -5, 3. Right here. Let's drag our graph down. And that is how you can graph just by looking at the equation for a quadratic function, if it is in factored form, this form with the double brackets, or even if there's just one bracket. It's how you can go from the equation to being able to draw the graph.